From the shores of Lake Erie and Northeast Ohio, it's time for Cleveland at Night. On this show, we explore Cleveland's hot spots, seasonal events, sporting events, historical places, restaurants, specialty shops, Cleveland entertainers, and local talent like comedians, magicians, dancers, and musical acts, and much, much more. When the sun goes down in Cleveland, our camera crew comes out. It's Cleveland at Night. On this episode of Cleveland at Night is a special boxing event. Filmed at the Brook Park Rec Center in Brook Park, Ohio, it's the Cleveland Area Golden Gloves Tournament. Hello everyone, this is Danny K for DMK Productions at Cleveland at Night. We're at the Brook Park Rec Center for the 2019 Cleveland Area Golden Gloves. Tonight are the regional finals. All the champions will be crowned tonight on the Saturday, April 13th, 2019. Now it's time to head into the ring as PA announcer Paul Schill kicks off the finals for the Golden Gloves here at the Brook Park Rec Center.
And welcome to the Brook Park Recreation Center, where tonight Cleveland Area Golden Glove presents the 91st edition of the Cleveland Golden Glove Tournament of Champions. Boxing fans, each of our rounds this evening are sanctioned by USA Boxing and the Lake Erie Association.
Good combination there.
Up the middle when he go down there.
Look at Dugan pump that jab.
Up and down.
Nice shot there by Dugan.
Take your time.
You know he likes to go. Oh, beautiful shot there again. He likes to go off that back rope. This Nick. Tricky Nicky throwing those shots. Till Mathis got caught with one there. Here comes Nick. He's got to be careful with that crouch. Nick. Oh, and down he goes. Nicholas Dugan puts Mathis on the canvas for the first time in his career. Here we go. Was not expecting that. Nick needs to catch his breath. He needs to catch his breath right now. Here we go. Good crouch. Great crouch by Dugan. He's coming to the body hard. Uppercut, hook, uppercut, body shot. Dugan pouring it on. Off the top of the temple. Dugan. Another shot. And a standing eight. Holy crap.
Keep your hands up.
Mathis keeps coming at him.
Right in the middle. Right in the middle.
Mathis coming at him.
Keep your hands up.
Referee needs to stop it if this continues. Dugan charging in. Touches him again. Uppercut. Body shot. Uppercut. That's it. That's it. That's over. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Till Mathis is an incredible fighter. Till Mathis has nothing to be ashamed of. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're going to get results like that. It happens. Till Mathis, nothing to hang his head low about, but rest assured, Nicholas Dugan has a long future in the sport of boxing. This kid showed you what he was made of tonight, didn't back down, and just kept coming at him. An incredible fight. I called this to be fight of the night. I was shocked when it was the main event, but when you go by the weight classes, you go with what you go by. Nicholas Dugan showing everybody tonight his medal, what this kid is made of. A phenomenal night.
All right, boxing fan, you know, outstanding action in the 165. Did you enjoy that? Outstanding boxing between you athletes. Fight then, the referee stops the contest in the very first round. Your winner, and now, a 165-pound Nuggets Division Golden Glove champion, Nick
165-pound Goddard Kincaid champion Dugan in one of the best matches I have ever seen at the amateur level.
You're watching Cleveland at Night, special presentations of the Cleveland Area Golden Gloves Regional Finals from Cleveland, Ohio. This event was brought to you by DMK Productions. Now back to the Brook Park Rec Center for more Golden Gloves action. All right, Danny K, ringside with Tom, Master Tom. I'm bringing you more of the Cleveland Regional Golden Gloves tournament right here at the Brook Park Rec Center. This is a 165 Open Championship bout. Jamar Watkins versus Kenneth Brown.
Okay, Dan, this is our 13th bout tonight here at the Brook Park Rec Center. And Brown on the outside with the long red gloves is working real well with the long jab. Just like a seasoned pro, he's working side to side laterally. He's working off the jab and he's throwing his combinations off the jab.
Okay, in the red corner, once again, Kenneth Brown from the Empire Boxing Club. Jamar Watkins, I think it's from the Thurgood PAL Police Athletic League. Both boxers, again, seasoned veterans. It's an open championship bout, so we're going to see some good boxing this bout.
Watkins is trying to come in real low with that jab to the body to try and bring Brown's arms down. And Brownie's working real good on the outside. They're holding on right now, and the referee will have to come in and break him right now.
Okay, this is the last 4 matches for this regional Cleveland Golden Gloves competition tournament. And of course, we're getting up there in the weight class. We have coming up a 178 weight class, and our favorite, the heavyweights, a 201 weight class, as our featured final bout.
Watkins is trying to initiate the action, but Brownie's doing real good, and they're both staying on the outside. And Watkins is trying to get low and come in under the jab of Brown, but Brownie moves laterally well, and he's got that jab coming up from the hip there, and Watkins, he just can't get in. He's trying to leave that long jab out there and come in with a right hand, Watkins, but he's not successful right now.
Again, look at the guns on these both opponents, 165-pound weight class. They both have huge arms. You can tell these guys work out.
Yeah, this is that super middleweight class in the professional ranks, Dan.
Unbelievable. Again, a good crowd. Crowd stick around for all 16 bouts, championship bouts right here at the Brook Park Rec Center. And we want to thank Marty Healy and the Golden Gloves group that invited us to come to this great event. We're going to be doing this every year, Tom.
That's great. It's good for the fighters, too, that Cleveland at Night can showcase their wares and show these Olympians how hard they put their heart into it and try and win on to the next final match.
That's right. All right. Again, the opening first round of this 165 Open Division Championship bout. Once again, the winner of this match is going on to the national finals for the Gold Gloves in Tennessee this year.
Brown has some good long-range combinations, but Watkins, he's coming in with them powerful shots, just like the other fighters we had, and they'll get in low, and they got that professional style where they come in and hit hard to the body.
We just said advertising here. If you want to buy a DVD of this great Golden Gloves Finals, give me a call, Danny K, 216-956-1389, and you can buy the copy only for $20, Tom, plus shipping.
What a great deal, Dan, because you get to see all the fights, all 16 bouts from Dmk Productions.
And also, we're at the ringside with the talking play-by-play, so that's another added advantage of buying these DVDs.
Yeah, and give to the fighters thanks to Danny K.
That's right. Okay. The trainers and the coaches are talking. We're going to round 2 of this 165 Open Division Championship bout. Watkins against Brown. Here we go, Tom. Round 2.
Okay, Watkins come in with a good right hand to Brown's body again, and he's trying to get in low. But Brown, he's trying to box on the outside. He's doing well. But Watkins, he's trying to move side to side now and giving angles to Brown. Brown's got that beautiful jab and that long right cross. But Watkins, he's trying to get under it. He's doing a lot of feint, and then he's coming in with his combination. That was a good combination by Watkins.
Just this non-stop action we've been having all night long here at the Brook Park Rec Center. And again, we want to thank all the sponsors and the people showed up to support 2019 Golden Gloves Cleveland Regional Tournament.
And I want to thank all the trainers for putting their time in with these kids, because everything's a volunteer situation for all these trainers, and they help guide these kids not only in boxing, but it gives them a good moral compass, and not only that, it teaches them how to lose with good sportsmanship, because one day you might be the better man, but the next day he might be the better man.
You know, we always talk about millions and millions of dollars in these pro fights. These amateur boxers do not make nothing, zero. You know, they might get a little support for, expenses, but they don't get no money, purses for winning a match.
And that's why these trainers are so very important, because they keep these kids off the street and they guide them to a better well-being in life. And anything you do in the ring, you'll never find anything in life that'll be harder than that.
That's correct, Tom. And Tom, how many years did you coach and train in the ring?
I had a gym across the street from Lincoln Park in the well-known Tremont area for 8 years. And I had the Junior Olympic World Champions at that time against 17 different countries. At that time, they was the youngest. I had a 10-year-old beat a 12-year-old in a weight division. Then I had a 12-year-old that beat a 15-year-old, and that was never done before. It's usually the guy with the most experience and not the upcomers that gets the win there.
That's correct. Now, you did Junior Olympics. Have you had any boxers at Golden Gloves?
No, just Sammy DeLeon. He fought for me as a pro, because he turned pro at the age of 16 for another professional fighter. Because at that time, I was just training the Olympians and not professional boxers at that time.
That's correct. It's good that you help the kids out and get them off the streets and get them into a sport and activity instead of doing these video games. Do something that's physical and have these kids work out.
And right now, Sammy DeLeon is instrumental in training Benny McCardo is the uncle of Devon McCardo, and Devon just won for Bill Goddard the sub-novice sub-novice championship for the boxing championship at the Slovenia National Hall in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's right, and of course Dmk Productions filmed them a few times. We did like about 5 or 6 amateur bouts in Cleveland, Ohio. And Gene Glenn, great guy. He's in attendance tonight. We're going to show him a little later. That he calls us up, and he always has some boxing amateur events in East Cleveland. Okay, round 3. Here we go, Tom. Once again, the winner goes on to Tennessee for the Golden Gloves National Finals, and this is for the regional finals for Cleveland, Ohio. Kenneth Brown versus Jamar Watkins. Here we go, round 3.
This is going to be a hard bout to judge, Dan, because both these fighters are doing real well, and it's going to be depending on where the judges are sitting. Again, like I said, both these guys are giving it their all, and Watkins, he's coming in with these powerful shots, but Kenneth Brown, he's moving on the outside and boxing well. So it's going to be a hard, tough bout to judge here for these judges tonight, Dan.
Well, it looks like the third round's a little slowing down. Each opponent they're in shape, but I tell you, it takes a lot out of you, in 3 rounds of amateur boxing.
Yeah, because you're supposed to throw punches and bunches, but when you're throwing them hard shots too, it does take a little out of you, Dan. So that's why you got to throw punches and bunches in combination sometimes.
Okay, the referee saying get his punches up. You don't want to see no low blows here. Safety always a concern in the amateur level. They're really going at it this third round right now.
One thing in amateur boxing, fast hands will always set up the big hands, but the big hand is only one point in amateur boxing. But you want to work fast and work hard in amateur boxing and get as many points as you can. And hopefully, if the guy doesn't fire back, the referee will stop the contest and you'll get an RSC.
Okay, and what does that mean again?
A referee stops contest. It's actually a technical knockout, but we don't call it that in amateur boxing.
Okay, a lot of people at home watching that doesn't understand the terminology of amateur boxing, but thank you for Master Tom, who has the knowledge of amateur boxing. And here we go, the third round, final round. This is a great match, 165, open weight class, championship bout, Watkins versus Brown.
Watkins is pushing the issue. He's got Kenneth Brown up against the corner.
Okay, I think a mouthpiece came out. So again, safety is a big issue. And he's sending the referee. I guess the mouthpiece came out of the
blue corner.
Okay, the referee thought it came out of the red corner, but he's going to the blue corner, so they're going to take a couple. Well, it is a red corner, so they wash it off. The mouthpiece. We'll put the mouthpiece back on. We're getting down to now the clock stops when this happens. Is that correct?
Yeah, the referee will call timeout while the redo the mouthpiece and rinse it off and
Okay.
put it back in for the
So
fighter.
the clock stops. So when the referee now puts them in the two neutral corners, away from the coaches and trainers, we'll stop the bout, and the clock will start.
Okay, here we go again for the finish of the third round. And okay, Watkins is working that long jab, trying to get underneath Brown's longer jab than his, but Watkins, he's doing real well. He's got them strong punches again. Another right hand to the body by Watkins. He bobs and weaves well, and Brown is trying to work that jab and move lateral, but Watkins, he doesn't want to let him do it. He's going to press the issue and try and win this bout by the punches and bunches again, Dan.
Yeah. Watkins is smaller opponents, like getting under and getting his blows up on his chin Brown, and he's hard to hit when he's ducking down.
Yeah, it's hard to punch a fighter when he's squatting real low in the ring. You have your uppercuts, but it's still hard to get them uppercuts in because the fighter is so low, and then he'll spring up and come across with an overhand right or a left hook from a low position, so you have to be very careful with that.
These days we're going to do a schooling on scoring, because scoring in amateur boxing and pro boxing are a little different, right?
Yeah, in amateur boxing, it's the volume of your punches and the legal blows on the white part of your glove. If you notice, these guys got whites on their gloves because this is a championship bout, and they're going to go into the next round for the next fight in the championship.
All right, that's the end of the third round. We're up to the ring for the announcing of the winner of this match.
185-pound open division Golden Glove champion and advancing to the National Tournament of Champions. Fight out of the blue corner, John Watkins.
Welcome to Cleveland Golden Glove. Great time. Great crowd.
When you go to the Olympics, when you win everything you do, this is just another phase in your life. The Golden Glove champion, 152-pound Golden Glove champion in the open division. He'll be representing us at the National Tournament of Champions in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Seafood Keith Buckner. I'm from Lorain, Ohio. And when I come into Cleveland to visit my friend, Sensei Thomas Spiros, he and I like to watch great TV and great entertainment. And in saying that, what we like to do is tune in to Cleveland at night. It's the best.
And away we go, a rematch of Ed King's Friday Night Fight 17. As you recall, it was Gerald Sman winning that night convincingly over Cody Renzelli, and Cody's out there again tonight looking for revenge. Cody in the blue, yes, okay, Cody in the blue, and Gerald Sman in the red. All right, tough angle right now, referee in the way. Now we can see it. Gerald Sman getting hit. Renzelli looks much better than he did last time out. Cody bringing it to him this time, but a great jab, great reach by Spahn. He really knows how to distance himself perfectly and set up those shots. Another good body shot there by Spahn. Making Renzelli miss. Renzelli landed that one though. Both fighters look good right now. Spahn, good body shot. We talked about this being one of the best fights of the night. It's looking good early. Nice shot there. Good uppercut by Spahn. Another good uppercut by Spahn. Body shot by Spahn. Hook, kind of by Spahn. Straight jab misses. Renzelli needs to answer these. There he goes.
Shoot the jab in his upper chest.
Cody's got to let those hands go right now or he might be in trouble. There he goes. He might have hurt me. Good shot there. Another good shot there. Here comes Spawn.
Nice. Straight
Landed
out.
a haymaker. Good body shot. Spawn needs to listen to this corner. Straighten those out to get your damage. Good uppercut attempt there. I believe that was the 10-second mark. Really couldn't tell. Let's see. And Spawn, overhand right, misses. Kind of lunged. And this will be a tight call as we're going to go to the judges after the first round. Good combination there. Renzali, a lot more active than he was at Ed King's, I'll say that. He's going to need it. Jones Spawn's not a walkthrough by any stretch. And nice body shot there, but a good... I'll tell you what, Cody Renzali went to work after that first fight. Much better effort out of Renzali right now. That first one too close to call. Spawn lands a good shot. Good answer by Renzali. Good answer by Spawn. Back and forth we go. Again, Spawn in the blue, Renzali in the red. A rematch, Friday night fights. And Cody Renzali definitely looks a lot better than he did last time around, but still taking some vicious shots. Gerald Spawn needs to let loose. Good body shot there by Spawn. Nice hook.
Great.
He's a little sloppy though. Undercut in. Good shot there by Renzali. Good uppercut by Spawn. These guys are going toe to toe.
Keep your space.
Good shot there by Spawn. Good shot by Renzali. When Gerald Spawn goes straight, he lands firm. He needs to keep that jab straight because he's landing it. He cannot get sloppy right now.
Don't fall on him.
There's Spawn again, landing those shots. Again, Gerald Spawn pressing forward, starting to win this round. Good reverse there by Renzali. Nice shot there by Spawn, but he needs to straighten that out. Another good hook. Good uppercut. Good 1-2 combination by Renzali, refereeing the way. Tough to see. Here we go. Bear with us, folks. All right. Spawn looking good here. Needs to clean it up a little bit. He's looking a little sloppy since last time, but still winning this fight convincingly. Just needs to hit those a little bit more on the button. Good body shots by Renzali. Good retaliation by Spawn. And good, Renzali coming forward here. Renzali looking 10 times better than he did last time out. Might be able to steal this round. Good shot there. Spawn scoring at will right now, though. Good body shot there. We're going to go to round 3 here in a second. Good fight.
There at ringside was a good friend of Cleveland at Night, Gene Glenn.
Third round underway, Gerald Spawn scoring. And again, I've said it numerous times already, a much improved Renzali tonight. Definitely clear that he's improved. Way more aggressive this time around with Spawn, but Spawn's still doing great. Undercut by Spawn. Good combination by Renzali. Cody Renzali coming at him. Neither fighter giving an inch. Good hook there by Spawn. Another good cross by Spawn. Gerald Spawn looking like the Gerald Spawn of old right now. There he goes. Good jab there. Still a little sloppy. Good body shot by Renzali. Gerald leaving himself open. This is not his best fight right now.
Give yourself space, Gerald.
Not nearly as convincing as it was last time. Good body shot there by Spawn. Another one. Another one. Renzali felt that. Good retaliation by Renzali. Good hook by Renzali. Oh, phenomenal straight by Spawn. Good straight cross by Spawn, but he gets caught again. Bit of a hook. Good body shots. Renzali scoring points to the body. You want to take this out of the hands of the judges right now. Gerald Spawn needs to finish convincingly here. Needs to put on a performance. Hits it hard. Oh, that one missed. Could have did damage. Hit shoulder. Good body shot by Ranzelli. These guys' arms got to be getting tired at this point. It's been non-stop for 3 rounds. Neither man has given an inch. Nice shot there by Spawn. Another nice shot by Spawn. Ranzelli smiles at him. Oh. Well, that's why you wear headgear. There you go. Oh, Ranzelli's got to go right now. 10 seconds for Ranzelli to go. Spawn, good move by Spawn. Good crouch by Ranzelli. Good. Oh! Holy smokes.
First and foremost, as with all night long, outstanding boxing. Please put your hands together for these 2 outstanding athletes.
These 2 guys, they did great. Neither one of them gave an inch. Ranzelli, if he loses on points, has nothing to be ashamed of. Very much improved effort. Let's see where this goes.
Danny K back here for Cleveland at Night, DMK Productions, 15th match of this great Golden Gloves action for the finals, regional finals in Cleveland, Ohio. Championship bout, 178 Open Division. Russell Scott in the red gloves versus Siobhan Davis in the blue gloves. I'm with Master Tom Sparrows. Master Tom, take it away.
Okay, Davis is in the flame trunks, and he's actually a southpaw. And Scott, he's in the blue and with the red gloves, and that's how we can tell the difference. And right now, they're mixing it up pretty well, and they're trying to box on the outside. And Scott in the red gloves is trying to fight from the outside, and he's moving laterally real well. But Davis with the blue gloves, he's coming in and he's working the body and the head with them double hooks.
All right, Russell Scott in the red gloves again. Bob Davis, All Out Boxing Club. Siobhan Davis in the blue, Empire Boxing Club. Both great boxing clubs right here in Northeast Ohio.
Well, Davis, the southpaw, is jabbing to the body and to the head, and he's moving very good backwards and laterally, south and left and right. And now Red Scott is coming in and putting pressure on Davis. And the referee had to break him up there because they were holding on there.
All right, we're into the 15th match right here, the Golden Gloves Finals in Brook Park Rec Center for Cleveland Golden Gloves Regional. And the winners, once again, are going to Tennessee for the finals of the Golden Gloves. And these are the heavyweights, kind of like the heavyweights, right, Tom? 178 Open Division.
Yeah, that's the light heavyweight division. And Scott in the blue trunks and the red gloves, he's got to get that front foot on the outside of Davis's front foot, and that way he can cross with that right hand. And then Davis, he has to get his front leg on the outside of Scott's front leg so he can cross with that left cross.
Wow, great action right here at the Brook Park Rec Center. We've seen a lot of good matches, a few knockouts, and a couple women's matches. This was a good card tonight, right, Tom?
Yeah, the Golden Gloves this year was very entertaining. And like you said, we had a couple knockdowns and a couple RSCs, referee stops contest. So we had a lot of good action today at the 2019 Golden Gloves at the Brook Park Rec Center.
It's good to see that people are sticking around for the last 2 matches. Again, the last 2 matches are the heavyweights, the last 178. And the last 16th final bout's going to be with the heavyweights. A lot of good action right here at the Golden Gloves.
Yeah, Davis is the southpaw and he's pressing the action. And Scott is an orthodox fighter and he's trying to put pressure on Davis. But Davis is moving real well side to side and he's not letting Scott put any pressure on him. And he's working that long orthodox jab.
All right. Golden Gloves Finals. We're getting down to the bell, and that's the bell, folks. We'll be back for this round 2. All right, Tom, round 2, 178 Open Division Championship bout. 15th match right here, Golden Gloves, Brook Park Rec Center. Scott versus Davis.
Scott is doing real good on the outside. The referee just stopped the contest. I think there's something wrong with the headgear with Scott in the red gloves.
I think they're tightening up the headgear. Well, like I always mentioned before, there is always a safety concern. But after the boxers come out, you have to go to the neutral corner. But now he's going back to his regular corner. Once again, if you want to buy a copy of this episode of Cleveland at Night, give me a call. My name's Danny K. It's only $20 plus shipping, and you give me a call at 216-956-1389, and I can mail it straight to your house. Gold gloves, right here. We're doing it right here for Cleveland at Night, Tom.
And you can follow us also on DMK's Facebook page at DannyK/DMK TV shows. You can look for the picture of Shem from the Three Stooges, then you know you're on the correct page.
All right, well, referee gave a warning to one of the boxers, I don't know if it was a low blow or not, and we did a little action right here for the second round.
Yeah, they got their legs tied up, and that's what happens when you have a southpaw and an orthodox fighter. They get them front legs tied up there.
Also, we want to thank Vince McKee from Keon Sports. He did a lot of, we took his play-by-play from a podcast, and he did a lot of matches with us, Tom. But me and you are doing this match. We're at ringside doing right here the Golden Gloves Finals right at the Brook Park Rec Center.
That was a good left hook by Scott. He caught Davis right on the jaw. And Scott is trying to put the pressure on and staying in close. And he's really throwing them punches and bunches right now. But the referee's got to step in because they're holding on at the moment.
All right, referees, I don't know what warning it is. I'm not a boxing analyst, but anyway, the match goes on. 15th match, championship bout, 178, open division.
Yeah, the referee wants you to listen to voice commands. When he says break, he wants you to step back. Look at Davis throwing them combinations on Scott. There was a 1-2-3 combination right down the pipe. Scott had his gloves up. I don't know if the judges are going to count them as the points that were delivered on time.
All right. Referee stops it and wants the match to continue. And sometimes there's a lot of holding in these matches, Tom.
Well, yeah, that's because they're learning their trade, and a lot of times they'll hold inside, and they'll kind of work the clock a little bit and try and make the round go by. But that's not what you're supposed to do in amateur boxing. And right now, these guys are fighting like seasoned pros. They're fighting on the outside, and they're both looking for clean shots when they should be just throwing punches and combinations and creating the opening with their punches.
All right, the crowd's sticking around for the last two matches for the Golden Gloves Finals, regional finals here in Cleveland, Ohio, with the Brook Park Rec Center. Once again, all the champions that won this evening are going on to Tennessee for the finals for the Golden Gloves.
Scott being an orthodox fighter, you don't get much sparring against a southpaw. Against the southpaw. So what you have to do is the southpaw, he has more experience because he's always fighting the orthodox fighter. And he gets a chance to fight the orthodox fighter all the time. It's the orthodox fighter that needs to spar with the southpaw when he has to go up against that challenge.
All right, we're getting down to round two, and that's going to be coming up with the bell. All right, here's round three, championship bout, 178, open division. Russell Scott versus Siobhan Davis. Davis in the blue gloves, Scott in the red gloves. I don't know, it could be anybody's match, right, Tom? Round three, here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard match to score because Scott in the blue outfit, he's putting all the pressure on Davis, but Davis is doing well from the outside. But it's really going to be tough for the judges to score because one guy's putting all the pressure and the other guy's moving laterally and working the long jab from the outside.
Well, you never know what the judges have you on the card, first round, second round, so it's always important in the third round to really come out aggressive, right, Tom?
Yeah, you want to throw punches and bunches, and if you can throw accumulated punches, the referee will give the other opponent an RSC, and he'll stop just because he's not answering back when you're throwing a volume of punches.
Well, let's look at the third round here, slowing down a little bit in action. I think both opponents are a little bit tired going into this third round.
I don't think it's fatigue that's the problem here. I think they're both looking for clean shots, and they're not trying to create the openings. They're both waiting for that clean shot to land.
That could be, Tom. All right. Third round, final round. We got one more match after this. The heavyweights coming up. Last match, and that's always a good time for the heavyweights for the Golden Gloves. Once again, this is a 178 Open Division Championship bout. The winner going to Tennessee.
Like you said, that last round, Scott seems to be putting the pressure on, and Davis seems to be retreating and not firing back with them combinations like he had in the first couple rounds.
Wow, unbelievable. Scott versus Davis. Third round, I'm telling you right now, it can go any way, so you got to come out there, almost like maybe a minute left in this match. Go out there and really show that you're the better of the two.
Depends on what the judges like. Some judges like the aggression. Some judges like the guy that boxes on the outside and moves laterally side to side.
All right. Great action, and we want to thank Marty Healy and the members from the Golden Glove staff for inviting DMK Production. We had a great time, Tom. This is a good time.
It's always great to be with Cleveland at night, and to have all this exposure for these young Olympians, and especially on their affiliate cable channels, Spectrum, Cox, and Brunswick area television.
That's right. We're on 3 access TV stations in Cleveland, Ohio. Our Facebook page, DMK/DMK TV shows. You can watch all the action from Golden Gloves. All around the world you can watch this.
And we're going to be here every year from now on, Dan, and DMK's dedicated to bring Cleveland boxing back into the mainstream.
That's right. Golden Gloves used to be very popular back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and we're bringing it back to you right here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Thanks to Cleveland at night, Dan.
All right. We're almost going to be finishing this bout out real quick. It's 178 championship bout, open division right here for the Golden Gloves.
Davis is holding on a little bit, like I said, and like you said, so you got to put the pressure on in the last round, and Scott is putting the pressure on. So maybe the judge is going to give the win to Scott, because look at them swinging them punches left and right, putting all that pressure, and Davis is trying to backpedal, and he's not going to make it.
All right, that's it, folks.
Finally, blue corner.
Danny K, along with Master Tom Sparrows, were at the ringside for the final 16th bout of the evening. We missed the first round. This is the second round of this 201 Novice Championship bout. We have Big Ali in the blue corner against Raquel Brown in the red corner. And Tom, this is the championship bout, final bout. Let's talk about it.
Ali's a southpaw, Dan, and I don't know if Brown has sparred many southpaws, but you run into a lot of southpaws in amateur boxing. And Ali is trying to press the issue. He's coming in, bobbing and weaving, and Brown's trying to move laterally and keep Ali on the outside.
Okay, now Brown's in the red gloves. You can see the red gloves with the white. And he's a taller boxer. He's in the black trunks with the dark top. We have Ali with the gray trunks, black top. He has the blue gloves on, and that's how you can tell the difference between the boxers.
And you're right, this is a 201-pound championship bout, and you can tell that by the white part on the gloves, and that's how they continue to count the scoring in amateur boxing, by where the glove hits on the portion of the body with the white part of the glove.
Okay, we got Raquel Brown from Common Ground Boxing Club and Ali from the Strong Style Old School Boxing Club. That's in, I think, Independence, Ohio, my Valley View.
Yeah, it's on Route 17 in Independence, Ohio. It's a Strong Style and Old School Boxing Club. They have that UFC champ down there, too.
Yep. A lot of champions come out of that boxing club. And again, this is the heavyweights 201 Novice Championship bout. Once again, we've seen 15 great championship bouts this evening, and all of them are moving on to the National Golden Gloves Tournament of Champions, and that's going to be May 6th through the 11th. And I do believe it's in Tennessee this year, of the national champions for the Golden Gloves. Here we go now, round 3. Here we go.
That was the second round we just saw. Now we're into round 3 of this heavyweight division. And you can still see the crowd sticking around for the heavyweight bouts, because in the heavyweight bouts, sometimes you get these knockouts because they're heavy-handed. And the crowd is stuck around to always watch the last bout of the evening, Dan.
Yeah, our camera crew after 16 bouts were getting tired. They had to take a break from the so that's why we missed the first round of this heavyweight competition. We're back on with the two cameras for round 2 and 3 of the 201 Novice Championship bouts.
Brown is trying to work on the outside, and Ali's trying to make the pressure. He's coming in with an overhand left, and they get in close. Brown's trying to hold on because he doesn't want Ali, the shorter fighter, to get them short, crisp shots off on the inside.
Well, we got some action going on right now in this third round. Referee telling Ali to get his blows up. Maybe he'd be hitting low on Brown. And again, always safety a big issue with the amateur level.
I sure hope that Brown had some experience on some of these southpaws because, like I say, you have to get that front leg on the outside of Ali's front leg so you can get that right cross in. And Ali has to get his front leg on the outside of Brown so he can get his left cross in. Good body shot by Ali from the southpaw stance.
All right, third final round of this final bout right here, championship bout. Brown against Ali, and this is going to be a hard one to score.
And for the people that don't know the difference between orthodox and southpaw, the southpaw starts with a right jab, and the orthodox fighter starts with a left jab. And that's where they get a little confused and sometimes step on each other's front foot during the boxing match.
Okay, thank you for that insight, Tom. Tom, I've been a coach and trainer for boxers many years ago, and we didn't think of him as being ringside with us and telling us all the technical terms and technology of the amateur boxing.
Yeah, in Cleveland at night, we're going to come to a new format on Master Tom's Corner. We're going to talk about the winning ways of engaged combat in Olympic and professional boxing.
All right, that's round 3. Let's go to the ring for the winner.
Johnny Duggan Jr. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out these past couple of weekends for these Golden Gloves. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. It's such a lovely establishment here. Good venue for fights. So thank you very much for everything you guys did for us this weekend.
Coming on out, we thank you, Danny, for all you're doing to make Golden Glove boxing more popular than it's ever been before. Thank you, sir.